Hello, YouTube fans, here again. Another film now starring Avatar, that being the original classic Ridley Scott's Alien. That's right, Alien. In space, no one can hear you scream. Classic from 1979, that is Alien. Now we're going to go with Alien. Now at first, people may or may not know this, it was inspired by John Carpenter. That's right. If I remember the film in '74, it was the start of a student's film about a space staff in space. And I'm not making this shit up, I'm not being on drugs or anything. They find a breach ball. I'm not making this up, honestly. They found a breach ball in spaceship and it's attacking people. And it was called Dark Star from Space. This obviously was before he made it big with films like Apollo 13 and films that say like Halloween. So, it's his first big break, and it was Deep Dark Sky, I meant to say, Deep Dark Star. That was it. And so Whitley Stott thought, I like this idea. Let's make this sort of film, because it's sort of a remake, into a sci-fi, futuristic horror film. Now, he didn't want to use a beach ball and go over the top, and he saw the success of Star Wars. You've said that a lot lately. Yeah, he saw the success of Star Wars. So he decided, what the hell, let's make a sci-fi monster film with some them type of damn dud practical effects. And the rest is history. Now, when you get dud actors like Sigourney Weaver, John Hurt, may he rest in peace, and Avatar, and a lot of other dud actors, you're in for a damn dud film, and you are. Starts off, as you know, in the future, and you've got a spaceship. You've got these people who are fast asleep and these big things will open up. Now, I do know originally they was going to do it where they was in the nud. Not been doing it, mine did. They was going to do it where they were all in the nud, but they decided nope, keep the rating a bit mild, so they didn't. And it kind of, I remember watching this once on a TV program, but they said it had similarities to Nightmare on Elm Street. And I know what I'm going to hear. Pete, Nightmare on Elm Street and Alien are complete and utter different films. What I mean is, before I get that, is it manipulates you. Because when you see the opening, right, the first person who rates up is John Hurt. That's right, John Hurt rates up. So you think John Hurt is going to be the main character. Think of the opening of Nightmare on Elm Street. You see the Durgo Tina running about in the boiler room, and you think she's going to be the main character. That's what I mean. So it's in they all wake up, they're having, I think, a breakfast and all raffing on. Then a couple of minutes after, they get an SOS call. 'Cause these are like, it's in the future, and these are sort of like miners in space. I can't remember now. I think I did do Outland, and I also think I've been in the same universe as Outland. But like I say, these are like miners and in space, and they get an SOS talk done and they go to this unknown planet, and the rest is history. So they go to the planet, they find this dead body thing. It's really weird how they see it. It's a big body, and they find it, and then they find this weird planet with eggs. John Hurt opens it, the rest. The thing shoots out and sticks on his face. It sticks out on his face. Now, I do know when John Hurt was with us, may he rest in peace. He had done comedy takes off that. You remember the '87 film, Spaceballs? He sort of imitated that, which I sort of like that. He paid it for laughs, let's say. He paid it for laughs. So you've got the scene where the thing's stuck on his face and they can't laser it. He's got acid for blood. But eventually the thing dies off and he seems okay. He's having his dinner and he's dabbing. And let's not forget the memorable scene. He looks like he's having a fit. They put that thing in his mouth. His stomach just bruises open and blood spurts out, and it spurts out on some poor woman's face. Now, I do know that Whitley Stott never told the actors what was going to happen. So the scene where you see blood hit it all in the face, they look scared shitless. That was not acting. That was not acting. He never told the actors what was going to happen. So he had the thing that pulls out the fake blood, and it skirts out all over, and I love it. I love it. And it made a lot of good actors like Sigourney Weaver. And I mean, I guess let's say Avatar, because he was doing a lot of, Back to Chasers films. And as we all know, in the early 70s, he was known for being the Bond villain, Live and Let Die. But yeah, I like it. I like it. I like the characters. These are down to earth characters, which is funny. It's a futuristic sci-fi monster film, but it is. These are down to earth characters. I love the scene in it where you got one guy whining Sigourney Weaver up, and he says, What about the salary? Shh. You know what I mean? Shh. Why don't you just fuck off? Shh. That's it. I just love it. So I love the way they wind them up. I mean, this is what you don't see in films these days. This is what you don't see. Calitus. I say it again. Calitus. Down to earth fucking people. People that look normal, not fucking just there because they look fucking pretty, like me. But anyway, at the end of the day, like I say, the thing comes out like Dice Stomach, and I think at first it's laughable. It's like a fucking piranha with its teeth like that, and it runs off. But then, you know what I mean, they're looking for it, and the thing comes out, the sting. Big alien comes out, gets to die, cusses his. I know in a deleted scene it's a lot more traffic. You see it cuss his face and drags him under. Now, I'll be open and honest here. I'll be open and honest. I've seen the theatrical, right, and then I got the director's cut of Alien, and it's a hard one to compare which is better. There are bits in it which I do like more than the theatrical, but I do. But it doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean I'm insulting it. I just, like, one thing I like in the theatrical is you don't see the alien and do that scene, right? But the director's cut, I do actually see. But I think in the director's cut, I was meant to say, do you see more of the alien, which kind of spoils that fulfillment, you know what I mean? But I do like the fact that the guy gets killed and there's a lot more in it. When Avatar runs out and blood's falling on his face, so you get the afterthoughts like it killed that poor guy. You didn't see that in the theatrical one. The guy Avatar mentions it. It's big. It's huge. And I'm thinking, well, how can you say that? You never fucking saw it. But on the fucking director's one, you see that. You see it dragging him up, then running out with Sigourney Weaver, him steaming for his mate, and the blood just dripping down. You see it, and it makes sense. It made sense. But the theatrical one, you're thinking, well, you never saw it. So it's one of them, you know what I mean? Whatever people like, but I like them both. Fuck it. So they're gonna look for it, and let's not forget one other actor in it. Can't remember his name now. Another damn good actor. He was in Time Bandits, and I know he's sadly no longer with us. Damn good actor. And I always remember the fulfillment where he's attacking the Sigourney Weaver, and he's got that newspaper, and he's trying to stuff it in the mouth, and then after the tar twats him, spits his neck open, he's got white blood sturting out, and that's when you find out. This was before. Don't forget. This was before the Exterminator. And he's got white blood sturting out everywhere, and you find out he's a bloody sideboard. He's a sideboard, and I always love that line. He says, "I don't know your chances, but you have my sympathy." And then he smiles and they pull the plug. Because you get the idea that the android knew this was going to happen. He fucking knew it. And so he set it up, basically. He set it up for his alien to fucking kill and impregnate people. So I just love the line. He says, "I don't know your look, but you have my sympathy." And they pull the fucking plug, and the rest is history on him. So I do remember the scene also with Dias, who, believe it or not, originally was going to be the main character. Again, in the theatrical one, you never do know what happened. What's that bit I do before in the theatrical one? Hang on a minute. Behave yourself. Talk my dog for a whacker. But yeah, I do remember in the theatrical one, you didn't know what happened, right? You didn't know what happened to him, and I think that made it more frightening. Because in the director's one, right, Sigourney Weaver is the main survivor, and she finds Dias, right, and he's stuck in this cocoon thing, and you got an idea it's making people into aliens. But it never made sense, because when you get into it, let's say a couple of days later, and they made the foil one, that being aliens, that never gets mentioned. They're never using any other alien film ever again, turning people in these cocoons and that. So I can kind of see why it was deleted out, but But it's in the film, and she burns him on the director's cut. In the theatrical one, you never knew what happened. Is he dead? Is he alive? Whatever. But you find out he isn't. He's Cocoon, and Sigourney Weaver burns his fucking ass. Right? She burns his ass. You stop barking. Right? But then you got Aphrodite. This is a bit now, it's hard to watch, you know, he's no longer with us, but they're about to blow up the ship, right? And you got the woman and him what are left. And it gets Aphrodite, you've got the idea it's killed him. You don't really see it, it's not really that taffy. You see more in your mind and what it's doing, but you've got the idea it's killed him, right? You've got blood coming out of his mouth. And you never do see what it does to that woman. Now, I do know there was originally photographs of what you see in the aftershots, and for some reason it's always been censored out. And I do remember once originally seeing that where they were stripped naked, they had bones ripped out. Really, it was really bloodthirsty, and you know, I don't know, boring censorship obviously cut it. But it's, to me, I like that here because you never see what it does to that poor woman. You get horrible sound effects. No, ah, you got an horrible earpiece and scream, but then you. Sigourney Weaver goes in, she sees two other bodies, barely see it, it's bloody, it's messy, but you get the sock in the face. She got the idea it's not very nice. But I would love to see the original footage of that, you know, not bloodthirsty, I'm just being curious. So she's about to board the ship. There's a bit where she's got a tat, like I've got a daft dog that never stops barking. Now in the theatrical one, the alien's staring at it, he's thinking what's going to happen here? Is it going to penetrate the tat or whatever? The director's one, it pushes the box, doesn't harm the tat, there's no animal cruelty, but it pushes the box, doesn't kill it. That's the only difference in the director's and theatrical. So she gets out, she bowls up the ship, but you think happy ending. But if you ever seen Alien, you know it isn't. So fuck it, everyone's seen Alien, it's a classic, so I'm not going to go the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and spoil it. You've never seen Alien and you don't want me to spoil it, then same on you, you've missed a damn good classic. What's Alien? And then don't whinge at me, I spoiled it. Come on, it's a classic, everyone knows it. So anyway, cut the story short, she bowls the ship up. You think it's going to be a happy ending, she strips off, nothing naughty. No, I know Sigourney Weaver had a nice figure then. Right, she's a bit naked, but not too naked. She's only got knickers on, don't get excited boys. And don't behold, the alien's in the other ship. There's in another ship where she blew that ship up, it's in a backup ship where she flew off, right? And the alien's going to attack her. She puts on, you know, the space suit, the helmet, like what astronauts wear. Blows the fucker out into space. Bye bye alien. She goes back in the thing, goes to sleep. Happy ending. They got to 1986, and that's when they did the final one. That being Aliens. That's right, Aliens. By another good director. You know, we did giving us The Exterminator, Exterminator 2, that being David Tamlin. When he got the sequel out. So what do I think of Alien? It's a classic, and when you think about it, it made a lot of other classic monster films, you know. You had Trinity of Terror, which you remember me reviewing that. It had a lot of other sort of sci-fi horror films. Some say it was a spin-off, some say it was its own film. But I like Alien, you know, it's a classic. There are bits when I hear it, imagine if they use, right, you know, V, the final battle. Remember me reviewing that, and it had V, the final battle. Stop barking. Seems she's getting excited, right? But when they had V, the final battle, you get that bit of music that goes do 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 do. I've got the disc on that somewhere. I did have. Oh, hang on. Oh, fuck it. But yeah, but there, V, the final battle, where you hear that music, do 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 do. I just wish they would have used that music. Now, granted, I know this was a 79 film and that came out in 84 when they did the series V. When they did V, the final battle, I should say. But I just would have loved to have heard that bit of music, you know, that do 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 do. But I still like the music. And it's a classic, so fuck it. This is what I'm going to do. What do you think, Lisa? What are you going to rate it after barking? Are you going to rate what? Are you going to rate it? Come on, don't be shy. I think she likes it. I think we're going to give it a 12-star rating. You shut up. Because it's a classic. So a 12-star rating to Ridley Scott's masterpiece, that being Alien. Until then, I'll see you soon.